Thomas was enjoying life on his branch line with his coaches Annie and Clarabelle. Thomas used to shunt for the big engines, but Sir Topham Hatt gave him his own branch and train as a reward for helping James after an accident. His branch line connects with the main line at Elsbridge, where he exchanges passengers and parcels with the big engine. Sorry I'm a tad late, James. We were delayed at the last station.
Ah, well, don't mind me, Thomas. I just love being your guaranteed connection. Although I guess there are slower engines.
Puff off, James. I'm doing the best I can, but my boiler won't make enough steam. Poor Henry. Never mind him. Big engines always have something to complain about. Goodbye, James. Thomas puffed away before James could answer.
Well, he's not entirely wrong.
Hello, Bertie. Ready for another race yet?
I don't think we'll be able to have one for some time, Thomas.
What on earth do you mean?
And why are you taking all my passengers? You said you were going to help me, Bertie, not replace me. Oh, I'm not replacing you, Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt asked me to take them today. I don't know why. Thomas was outraged. Life had been wonderful until all these bus stops began popping up around his branch. Take care, Thomas. You think I'm gonna just sit here and let you steal my passengers away? Not a chance, Bertie. This means war. The station master sent Thomas back to the yard with some quarry trucks. Thomas was very indignant.
Thomas, what's the rush?
Do you want to keep our passengers or not, Annie? I have to find out why Bertie is taking over our branch line.
I'm sure there's an explanation for this, Thomas.
The yard master was waiting for Thomas when he arrived. Thomas, I'm glad you're here. Need you to shunt in the yard for a little while. Sir Topham Hatt sent Edward to work in Vicarstown and there aren't any other engines.
But sir, I have a branch line to take care of.
Bertie will take care of your passengers while you're gone. Don't worry, Thomas. I promise it's only temporary.
Temporary isn't good enough.
Thomas hated shunting for the big engines. They always whistled and wheezed impatiently. Hurry up, Thomas! The express can't wait!
It can for you.
As Thomas shunted James's coaches to the platform, he saw Bertie collecting more passengers. This made Thomas jealous.
Look, everyone, wouldn't you rather ride in James's nice, comfortable passenger train instead of being bounced around in a bus? One of the passengers laughed. I haven't taken the express since Gordon left. This engine knows nothing about pulling passengers. Well, there was that one time. Don't bother, James. Thomas felt very low. He puffed sadly into the sheds later that evening. Good news, Thomas. Edward will be back in the yard tomorrow. You'll be able to return to your branch line. Really? How wonderful. That wasn't so bad after all. The next day, Thomas met Bertie at Farquhar. Good morning, Thomas. Glad to see you again. Here are your passengers back. Why, thank you, Bertie. But this isn't over yet. Thomas was determined to outdo Bertie once and for all. No one would ever take his passengers again. Thomas bucketed down the line to his next stop.
What's the rush, Thomas? Slow down, called his driver.
Must be Bertie, must be Bertie.
Annie and Clarabelle were quite unhappy.
What's gotten into you, Thomas? Slow down.
I'm going to beat Bertie's timetable. Then everyone will take the train instead of him.
But Bertie only meant to help Thomas.
But Thomas was past listening. He puffed faster and faster. Some track repair was being done up ahead, and Thomas was going too fast.
Oh no, what do I do?
Luckily, no one was hurt. But the passengers were quite cross, and Thomas felt very bad. Bother you, silly little tank engine. We won't even keep our timetable today. As it turned out, Bertie had to collect Thomas's passengers again. Thomas, is everything all right?
Oh, Bertie, I'm so sorry. I was trying to prove that I was more reliable than a bus, but I'm not. I was just afraid of losing my passengers. But I would never try to take your passengers, Thomas. I'm just here to help when you need me. You're my friend, so I want to take good care of your passengers, but they are and always will be yours. Well, can't be late. Must dash. Later, when Thomas was repaired, he went to visit Bertie. Thank you for helping me, Bertie. You're a true friend.
So are you, Thomas, although you can be a bit stuffed up in the boiler now and then.
I think we'll have to settle that with a race. I wouldn't have it any other way.